After studying this module, you shall be able to know about job specification and its basic features. You will be able to identify a specimen, a sample of job specification. You would be able to appreciate about the difference between job description and job specification. You would also know about the uses of job specification. Job specification is a part of job analysis. As you would be aware, job analysis is one of the processes in the HR function. Job analysis comprises of two parts. First of all, we have job description and then we have job specification. Job specification or employee specification is the statement of the minimum acceptable human qualities necessary to perform a particular job description. Job description prescribes the qualities and abilities that a worker should possess for a respective job. The type of skill, knowledge, education, qualifications, experience, personality, physical and other requirements for a job may vary from organization to organization, and the uses to which job specification is put. It depends upon the purpose and accordingly the job specification is prepared. For example, job specification for employees appraisal would be different from the job specification prepared for career counseling. If it is so, then it should lay down the performance standards and the career path as well. Let us now define job specification. Job specification as a statement of minimum qualification is a list of specifications that a person must possess to perform a given job successfully. This is a definition given to us by Stephen Robin and Mary Kotler. Job specification is a statement of the employee characteristics and qualifications for satisfactory performance of the defined duties and tasks comprising a specific job or function. Job specification is derived from job analysis. Now let us consider a specimen of job specification. Let us take up a sample, a particular example. We are now considering the job of a marketing manager. The job description is as follows. The marketing manager is responsible for the overall management of the marketing department. And about experience, the specification is that the experience should be 10 years, and within these 10 years there should be a stint when the aspirant has performed in a supervisory capacity. So what have we said? When we consider the job specification for a marketing manager, first of all, we have the description. The marketing manager is responsible for the overall management of the marketing department. The minimum experience that is expected is 10 years. Therefore, in the job description, if we have 10 years, then we should interpret it as the minimum. Moreover, there could be other specifications like supervising, that is a supervisory role. That means that the aspirant should have worked as a supervisor. In terms of educational qualifications, a bachelor's degree in marketing or related fields. That means even if the aspirant doesn't have a specific degree in marketing, it could be a general MBA, a general bachelor's degree with area related topics such as management or business organization. And then in addition, the expectation is that there would be also a master's degree in business administration, business management, or a specialized MBA in marketing. Sometimes even it could be marketing management or international marketing. So these are some of the job specifications. This is a sample that we considered in the case of a marketing manager. What are the features of job specification? 1. It specifies the minimum qualities of human characteristics for complete job satisfaction. Job specification reflects attributes such as education, skills, knowledge, and other requirements of the job. Job specification is derived from job description. They are closely related, and we will be very soon examining the difference, the comparison between job specification and job description. For every job description, there is a desirable job specification. It is a written record of the physical, mental, psychological, and behavioral features that the would-be incumbent or the aspirant must possess for a particular job. Then we also have to look at the physical characteristics. The physical characteristics include age, weight, height, etc. You might wonder why weight and height are important. It may be that you are recruiting somebody for some security job. Their weight and height would be important. Since we treat employees as human resources, therefore, we also have to look at other aspects. We have to look at the intellectual capabilities. As we know, a human resource is treated as wealth. A human resource is treated as a resource, not just as an object, not just as an employee. Therefore, it is important in the context of job specification to also look at the mental characteristics. What are these mental characteristics? They include capability of judgment. You would again wonder why it is always important to have some capabilities of judgment. Let us not underestimate that the capability of judgment is equally important for a small time employee who may be a storekeeper or a watchman. Even they would be facing certain situations where judgment is required. Concentration. And this is another very important characteristic. As you know, there may be distractions at the workplace. So, we have to judge whether the prospective employee has the ability to concentrate. Intelligence, yes, for any job there is a certain level of intelligence that the future employee, the prospective employee must have. Now let us consider the behavioral characteristics. The behavioral characteristics include emotional intelligence. Now, sometimes we feel that emotional intelligence is a very high flown concept. No, emotional intelligence is relevant, it is important, it is significant at each level, even at the smallest level. If a human being, if a human resource is working in a particular firm, in a company, in an organization, then there would be other people who work along with him or her. So, it is very important not only for the effectiveness of the employee, but also for the organization, that anyone whom you would like to employ should have emotional intelligence. They should be able to get along with other people, they should be able to do teamwork and so on. Emotional intelligence is slightly different, although related, to emotional stability. Emotional intelligence is how an individual employee behaves and relates to others. Emotional stability is also that an employee should not suddenly start jumping about and shouting loudly when he is very happy, and should not start creating a scene and weeping when he is sad. Therefore, emotional stability is about what comes next, and which sums up most of this is the inner spirit. Therefore, what we are looking for is the inner spirit. Along with the inner spirit, there has to be an innate drive to do, to perform, as well as the flexibility. All of these characteristics, well, may not be found in any single individual, but we should know what we would want, what we wish to have, what are the job specifications that we have in mind. So, we have talked about written record, we have talked about the physical characteristics, the mental characteristics and the behavioral characteristics. Other factors of job specification may include family background, hobbies, interests, education and so on. Why are these important? They are important because a employee should be a well-rounded person, and if the employee, you have heard about this saying that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So, this is the spirit that amongst other job specifications, the family background matters, because the employee should not be carrying the burdens of a quarrelsome family to work, and when the employee goes back, then the employee should have some other occupation, some hobbies, some interests. So, therefore, all of these things make the prospective employee a well-rounded person, and which is very essential not only for the employee, but for the growth of the organization, for the effectiveness of the organization. The traits, whether physical, mental or psychological, may be classified as essential. That is, that they are a must for the person to have. Attributes and desirable features are what a person ought to have. So, now let us consider the difference between job description and job specification. The following are the major differences among job description and job specification. A statement describing the role, responsibility, job title, job grade, duties and other requirements is job description. Mind you, it is in the nature of something which is just a description. Job specification states the minimum qualifications necessary for performing a job. Job analysis therefore has two parts, job description and job specification. Job description is the result of job analysis and job specification is the result of job description. There is a description related to jobs in the job description, and in job specification it is the description of the job holders. Job description explains the tasks an employee will perform after being selected in the job, whereas job specification statement shows the qualifications of a person that one must have for being on the job. Job description contains designation, place of work, scope, working hours, responsibilities, reporting authority, salary range, etc. On the other hand, job specification contains educational qualifications, experience, skill, knowledge, age, abilities, work orientation and other such factors. Now, let us compare the two, job description and job specification. There are a set of statements that follow. In the case of job description, a statement contains items such as job title. Mind you, we are talking about job description. So, I repeat, job title, location, job summary, duties, machines, tools and equipments to be handled, materials and forms to be used, the supervisor given or received, the supervision that has been given or received, working conditions and some of the hazards. I repeat very quickly, job title, location, job summary, duties, machines and tools, materials, supervision, working condition and hazards. As far as job specification is concerned, we have said it is a statement of the human qualifications that are ideally suited for the job, and this is also a list though, but you would notice the differences. I now start with the specification. Education, experience, training, judgment, initiative, physical effort, physical skills, responsibility, communication skills, emotional characteristics and unusually sensory demands, such as sometimes for certain jobs the sense of smell or hearing. Very quickly, education, experience, training, judgment, initiative, physical efforts, physical skills, responsibility, communication skills, emotional characteristics and certain unusual expectations like sense of smell and hearing. Now let us look at the uses of job specification. The various uses of job specification are stated as follows. It helps in knowing the physical characteristics of an employee like age, height, weight, etc. It helps in knowing about the psychological characteristics of an employee such as skills, mechanical aptitude, ingenuity, judgment and other such psychological qualities and abilities. It helps in knowing about the personal characteristics of an employee such as appearance, emotional stability, any trend, any tendency towards aggressiveness or even extreme meekness or timidity. These are all some of the personal characteristics. Then specifications are intended to serve as a guide in hiring and to be used in job evaluation, because once we are aware beforehand what are the job specifications, then when we evaluate at that point of time all of these will come handy. Specifications are intended to serve in different ways and therefore they clearly define the responsibility for others, that is for others' safety. For example, clearly it states health matters, health conditions which are necessary for an employee who is likely to be on the job. For example, if you are planning to employ someone for night duty, then the health should be perfect and the employee should not fall off to sleep and it may cause some kind of a accident. Human resource managers have to use their experience and their opinions while selecting a candidate for a particular job, and their job specification helps. Job specification gives the true results only if it has been clearly stated and will attract a candidate for the job. A competency in the organizations increases if the right candidate is selected for the right job. You would notice over here that as opposed to personnel administration, once we talk about human resource management, then such issues crop up. That is, a competency in the organization increases if the right candidate is selected for the right job. So, here you see that some onus lies not only on the employee but also on the HR team, the HR function, so that they also ensure that through job specification that the right kind of candidate is selected for the right job. A competent person is easily identified through job specification. Therefore, job specifications are a guide to the process of selection, and also it is easy to define the exact duties for the candidate. So, there may be different candidates who have a set of jobs to be done, and then amongst them job specification would help in choosing who is exactly fit for which job. Now, let us summarize what we have just studied in this module. Job analysis comprises of two parts: job description and job specification. Job specification or employee specification is a statement of the minimum acceptable human qualities necessary to perform a job satisfactorily. The basis of job specification is job description, a statement of employee characteristics and qualifications which are satisfactory for the performance of defined duties and tasks comprising a job or a function is known as job specification. Job specification is derived from job analysis. Job specification reflects the attributes such as education, skills, knowledge and so on for the job. A written record of the physical, mental and psychological and behavioral features of a person have to be a part of the job specification. Physical characteristics could include age, weight, height, etc. Sometimes maybe even complexion, if we are talking about some jobs which require some such good looks and so on. Mental characteristics include capability of judgment, concentration, intelligence that a prospective employee should possess. Behavioral characteristics include emotional intelligence, emotional stability, inner spirit, drive and flexibility. Other factors of job specification may include family background, hobbies, interests, etc. A statement describing the role, responsibility, job title, job grade, duties and other requirements are a part of job description. Job specification states the minimum qualifications required for performing a particular job. There is a description related to jobs in job description, and in job specification it is the description of the job holder. Job description explains the tasks an employee will perform after being selected in the job, whereas job specification statement shows the qualifications of a person that one must have to be on the job. Therefore, job specification gives the true results only if it has been clearly stated and will attract the right candidate for the right job.